Hi, welcome to Virtually Sunday. My name is Tony Pickler, Mission Outreach Director for Resurrection Parish in Green Bay. This past Sunday, as we do every Sunday at Resurrection, we had a wiffle ball game break out in between the 8:30 and 10:30 masses outside in our yard. And there was a brother and a sister who wanted to treat me as a human tree. They asked me to put my arms out and between pitches and to climb on those limbs and to do pull-ups and things on my arms. It was safe and it was appropriate. And of course, the parents were there watching the fun that they were having. So just hold on to that for a moment, because as we look at the gospel for this coming weekend, there's really a bookend approach that happens. On the one hand, we have the religious leaders asking about divorce. They're asking Jesus and challenging him if he believes that men can cast aside women as Moses had prescribed in his law. And then on the other side of that bookend, we have children wanting to come to Jesus for a blessing, to be touched in a loving way, and the disciples were prohibiting them from doing so. So on the one hand, we have women who are considered property, to be bought and sold practically like slaves, cast aside if they were unusable, or undesirable by the man. And we have children who too were like objects, useless until they were old enough to contribute somehow to the household and the household earnings. If we look at the first reading from Genesis for this weekend, we have a reading where it lays out an ideal, a model of how people are created to live in relationship as equals, valued, created in the image and likeness of God. So how do we get back to that? Unfortunately, like Socrates, I have more questions today than I have answers. Let's revisit the last part of the gospel reading for this weekend. The last line states, "Then Jesus embraced the children and blessed them, placing his hands on them." I don't know about you, but in the post-sexual abuse scandal of the Catholic Church, I'm not sure we can read those words quite the same again. We won't be able to come to a full understanding of what it is to be human and to love children as fully human unless we look to their parents, their grandparents, their guardians, and those who love children for the creations of God that they are. James Baldwin, the writer and civil rights activist, once wrote, "The children are always ours, every single one of them, all over the globe. And I'm beginning to suspect that whoever is incapable of recognizing this may be incapable of morality." So what do we do with this? I think the lead should come from those loved ones in the lives of children. Probably not from the Pope or the bishops or cardinals or priests. We should probably take our cue on good human relationships, particularly with children, by these loved ones. Which brings us right back to the gospel and to my wiffle ball experience this past week. Jesus was caring for the children. Jesus was loving the children. He was being appropriate while being caring. And as a human tree with two kids hanging out of my arms, I was attempting to do the same. So how will we get back to that reality? Loving with care and appropriateness, compassion and understanding in a post-sexual abuse scandal period that we live in. All I have are questions. I can offer no great ideas. But like Socrates, maybe the questions will lead us to answers as we try to be loving people, living in right relationship with God and with others, and especially with the children. God bless you and have a great week.